Okay, so good morning, friends. Once again, in last lecture that we are going to discuss, we already discussed the some examples related to correlation regression. Right now, we are going to discuss about the next topic, which is coefficient of determination. So first of all, that we have to discuss what do you mean by coefficient determination, and then after we are going to calculate one example related to it. So we know that regression is the function relation between two correlated variable, and it is useful to estimate when the value of value to find dependent variable when the value of given independent variable. It means that linear regression is helpful to find out when the x is given, that we can find out the value of y. The coefficient determination is measures to find the reliability of such estimate. So whatever estimation is that, it is reliable or not. So either we have to find out the reliability, we can find out that reliability with the help of coefficient of determination. So if any example it is asked that find out the reliability, then we have to find out the coefficient of determination. Suppose the regression of Yes, suppose the regression line y on x is y cap is equal to a plus b, then the square of correlation coefficient between observed value is dependent y obtained from the observations and its estimation values y cap, which are obtained from the regression line, is called coefficient of determination. Okay, so here we have to find out, here we have to know that value is how much it is reliable, that we can find out with the help of coefficient of determination. So it is denoted by r square. So here we can find out r square is equal to r in bracket y cap whole square. So y cap is equal to a plus bx, and as we know a and b both are, that we can say that it both are independent variable. Okay, so it is not change. So y r into y dash x square, so r into xy square, so r square is equal to small r square. Okay, so here that we can see three types of value is there. If r is equal to plus or minus 1, then r square is equal to 1. So when we get the r is equal to 1, so here we can say that it is a positive reliably or more reliable to both variable. If we get the answer of plus 1 or nearest to plus 1, if we get plus 1, then it is 100% reliable, and if it is got 90%, 0.9, that is 90% reliable. If we got the answer that is r is equal to 0, then we got r is equal to 0, and therefore there is no correlation, linear correlation between two variable, that is x and y. So here we can find out with the help of r. And how we can find out r, that we already studied in our chapter number 2, that is linear correlation. So here how much variations in the dependent variable y we can explain by the regression line can be obtained from the coefficient of determination. For example, if r is equal to 0.9 for some data, then coefficient of determination is 0.9 square, that is 0.81. So here we can say that that is 81% reliability is there. So we can say that it's a positive reliability because it's a nearest to 1. Okay, so in this way we can find out the r square, and r square, that means coefficient of determination. Now we can calculate one example, so it will be so easy to understand. So here illustration number 13 is there. The following table shows the experience of techniques in year employed at a various companies at their monthly salary. So here two things is there. Number one, that is monthly salary, and number two, experience of techniques in year. So x is denoted by experience and y is for the monthly salary. So salary is there or month experience is there 12, 8, 16, 20, 5, 14, 10. where monthly salary is 22, 15, 25, 13, 12, 24 and 20. So this is the question. Now what we have to find out? Calculate the coefficient of determination and check the validity of the linearity assumptions of the regression between the year of experience and the monthly salary. So two things that we have to find out, that first of all checking the validity of linear correlation and it is reliable or not, that also we have to find out, and these things that we have to find out with the help of example. So here first of all we put x and y, experience denoted by x, monthly salary denoted by y. X is equal to 12, 8, 16, 20, 5, 14, 10. Y is equal to 22, 15, 25, 13, 12, 24, 20. So as we discussed earlier, first of all in any examples, what we have to find out? First of all we have to find out x bar and y bar. So how we can find out x bar? Sigma x upon n. How we can find out y bar? Sigma y upon n. So first of all we have to do the calculation of x, that is sigma x. So sigma x is equal to 85. 85 divided by 7, because n numbers is there, that is 7. So answer is 12.14. Y bar sigma y upon n. Total of y 148. So 148 divided by 7, 21.14. We got x and y, both are in fractional, amount is not big, so we have to find out the value xy, x square and y square, because we have to use the formula of xy. So what is the formula? That is r square is equal to, in bracket, n sigma xy minus sigma x sigma y whole divided by n under root n sigma x square minus sigma x whole square into under root n sigma y square minus sigma y whole square whole bracket whole square. Then what we have to do? We have to find out first of all xy, then x square and y square. Okay, so how we can find out xy? We have to do the multiplication of two things, x and y. So first, that is 12 multiplied by 22, 264, 8 multiplied by 15, 120, 16 multiplied by 25, 400, 20 multiplied by 30, 600, 5 multiplied by 12, 60, 14 multiplied by 24, 336, and 10 multiplied by 20, that is 200. So we got the answer, total of it 1980. Then x square, we have to do the square of x. 12 square 144, square of 8 64, 16 square 256, square of 20 400, square of 5 25, square of 14 196, square of 10 100. When we do the total, x square is equal to 1185. Next y square, so definitely same as x square, we have to find out y square. Square of 22 484, square of 15 225, square of 25 625, square of 30 900, square of 12 144, square of 24 576, and square of 20 400. When we do the total is 3354. Now what we have to do? Simple, we have to put the value in particular formula. So let's see, n is equal to 7, sigma xy 1980 minus sigma x 85, sigma y 148 whole divided by under root n is equal to 7, sigma x square 1185 minus sigma x whole square 85 whole square. Same as for sigma y, that is 7, n is equal to 7. What is y square? 3354 minus 148 whole square, and we have to do whole square because we have to find out r square. Now what we have to do? For denominator we have to cut square and square root. So here we have to cut square and square root. So then we solve the equations. 1980 into 7 is equal to 13860 minus 85 into 148, that is 1250 580, and whole square, because in denominator we have to cut square and square root, but in numerator there is no change, so square is there. Same as we have to solve, that is 7 into 1185, that is 8295 minus square of 85, 7225, minus 3354 into 7, 2348, that is 23478, and 148 square, 21904. Now we have to do deduction. 13,860 minus 12,580, that is 1280, 1280 square. Same way we have to deduct 8,295 minus 7,225, that is 1070, and 23,478 minus 21,904, that is 1574. Now we have to do the square of 1280, that is 16,38,400, and multiplication of 1070 into 1574, that is 16,84,180. And when we do the find out, the result is 0.9728. Third digit is 2, so there is no change. So r square is equal to 0.97. So here we can see that r square is very near to 1, and that's why we can say that linear assumptions of regression between the years of experience and monthly salary is valid because it's nearest to 1. Okay, so in this way we can find out r square. Okay, thank you so much.